The most disciplined and successful men I've ever met have the worst bodies, and in this video I will show you exactly where they go wrong. These are guys who build big companies, have families, and have not missed a deadline in 15 years. But the one thing they cannot seem to get right is their own body. And here is the strange part. The harder they push, the worse it gets. So in the next few minutes I will show you exactly why this happens and why discipline is not the thing that's standing between you and your dream body. In my last 7 years of coaching men, I've watched the guys with least discipline get some of the best results. And by the end of the video, you will know exactly why and how. If you're tired of trying harder and getting nowhere, subscribe to this channel and watch the video until the end because it can actually change your life. If you're watching this video right now, it means you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some men just can't get in shape. At the same time, they have so much in life. This might be you or someone you know. They can have big houses, big businesses, good families, but it seems like they sacrifice their health to get there. And what is interesting, they will confirm it. They believe they had to focus on the business over these years so they can get there. And maybe they are planning one day to sort themselves out. We always tell you either they lack the willpower, the discipline, all the time, or something else is just missing and that's why they're not getting there. But at the same time, often they even have a gym in the house, but that seems to be not helping them to change their bodies and look better. So my question to you is, how is someone capable of meeting every single deadline for the last 15 years and at the same time not having enough discipline to complete 30-minute workouts 3 times per week? To answer this question, let's look at things from their perspective or your perspective for a minute. What is the approach that you're going to take when you recognize the problem and you want to try to start training again? Now, before I answer this, let me save you some time. I've put all of my transformation strategies into a free course that you can watch right now without even signing up. The link is in the description. You don't need it to follow along right now, but if you want a step-by-step guide for getting in shape and getting started, it's all in there for you. So on the question, the most common usual approach is to identify what does it take to complete this get in shape project or lose 30 pounds project. You'll quickly find out that you need to eat better, do a few workouts per week and do 10,000 steps to burn fat. Then you identify where you will be training, what equipment you have, and you'll find a training plan online that fits perfectly. And now you'll be ready to start your fitness journey. But notice what actually happened. You attached a full weight loss plan to a schedule that is already at 100% maxed out. You have 4 workouts per week, 10,000 steps, a diet plan to follow, all of it starting from day 1 with a schedule that is already full. Then you do your first workout. You feel tired, but great, motivated. Now you have started and you feel like you can achieve everything. A couple of weeks later, a fatigue starts building up, and you maybe recognize this from your own experience. It happens all the time. This fatigue makes you feel like you want to skip a workout every now and then. Maybe in the morning you don't want to wake up and do the workout. Later in the day you might feel like you want to have some more chocolate. You have more excessive cravings than usual. And at this point is where the failing begins. And at this point, because it happened before and you know about it, you and most other men will just apply more effort. They will decide to be more disciplined and go through it harder. Unfortunately, what you don't see in this situation is that your brain and your body are suffering some form of burnout already because you've given them too much and too fast, and now they need a long time to recover. At that point, most men will apply more effort with more discipline, only making things harder. And eventually it will start becoming obvious that something is not working, and this is pretty much the point where they will officially quit again. So discipline really isn't the problem. You have plenty of it. The problem is that you're taking too much, too fast, in a schedule that's already full, a body that is not prepared, and that only makes things get worse and leading you to quitting faster than normal. And that is exactly what we'll fix next. In my nearly 7 years of coaching, I've gotten just as good results with guys who had poor discipline as with guys who had great discipline. So how is that possible, and can you do the same? Yes, you can, even if you have no discipline right now. There are 2 things that you must understand to make this work. First thing is, what is discipline? We usually consider discipline to be an expression of how much willpower we have. And that can't be further from the truth. Discipline is simply the ability, the skill to complete tasks that you have set yourself to do at the time that you have to do it. Willpower is just one of the ways to get there, and it runs out fast. The real key is that discipline works like a skill. You have to practice it and win more times than you lose. If you fail half of the time, you don't improve because you're practicing failure. And if you build your success rate up to 80%, you will build serious momentum. If it drops below, you will start plateauing. That is just how the brain works. It is the same reason why every sport has progressions and regressions. Progressions make things harder for the same movement. Regressions make it easier while still using the same muscles. And building discipline works exactly the same way. So let's get back to fitness. Let's say your goal is to do 4 workouts a week, 10,000 steps, and a strict diet to follow 5 to 6 days a week. That is the end goal, the end skill, the highest one. For someone starting right now, jumping on the highest level, it's impossible to keep. But instead of dropping to an easier version where they can win, most men just try harder. And trying harder only adds more failed attempts, which makes progressing even harder. That is exactly why I say discipline is not the answer. And if you just learned something, make sure to subscribe to this channel. That brings me to the second thing. You have to learn to walk before you start running. Your training, your diet, your mindset, work, family, your schedule, everything is connected. They're not separate, and you're one piece. That is you. So when you approach your fitness strategy, change one thing at a time. We call it the lowest hanging fruit. One thing that will have the biggest impact for the least amount of effort and get good at it. Make the progress and only then add another thing. So for example, if you have to follow a strict training plan for 4 days a week, start with short workouts. Don't start with the full intense workouts that will break down your body, or start with less workouts. If you have a strict diet or strict plan that is going to get you there, just start by removing one element like the processed foods or adding something healthy like a breakfast shake. And then progressively take yourself to the next level when you feel ready. That is exactly how you change your body, how I work with my clients, and you don't have to be a machine. You can be an ordinary guy achieving extraordinary things. You don't need more time. Your training and your diet is going to make you more productive, more efficient if you do them right. But if you apply discipline and you just try harder, that's when they become a big problem and people drop out. So take it one step at a time and it's going to work. So here is the truth. Your discipline was never the problem. You are pointing it at the wrong plan that was never built for your life right now. Change your approach. Start with one small habit that you can win at and only add a second one when you feel ready. If you want the exact steps, my course is linked below. It will take you step by step from starting your plan to reaching your goals. And if you would rather have me to help you build these things for you and keep you accountable, you can apply for coaching in another link down in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for your support and I'll see you in the next one.